Tuesday. It's fucking Tuesday. We got Lay in the building. We got Cap in the building. Cabs can't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit. On Lay.
My man, just chilling, brother, chilling.
What's up, Cap? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Is that and the father goes shamefully? That's my son. And the other guy goes shamefully. Orion goes, that's my father. Choose fear and hate to run your life. Something you can't do. That was wrong with me from the beginning. I was doing it that way. I was gonna go down that path. I worried.
You thought it was Grayson?
Sorry, got hurt. It's like not him. Not him.
Crack his brain for somebody, anybody that can help, and remembers. Freeze.
The media.
No,
Randall Savage. With his knowledge and all other shit and his capacity to learn.
Absolutely.
This is the only vegan I'll ever eat is grilled chicken wings, because that's like vegan to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the chicken wings are supposed to be fried, but you grill the chicken wings, you put it in some sauce, and give it some blue cheese.
Is vegan.
That's vegan. Like regular moo cow fuck milk, put it in some Honey Nut Cheerios, vegan, because Honey Nut Cheerios good for your heart. You know what I'm saying? Can I steal the question from Cabs?
I got it right.
I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal.
You're too late.
Wow.
I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like, yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right, and I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hype for this shit! Right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm ball, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb with the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
Yo, it's Tuesday night, and you know what that means? And already Ray's fucking up the day with his shit.
How? What I do?
Ray, we was talking in the back on the Instagram chat, and he was saying, fuck everyone that's watching Ashoka Tana and that has a problem with the orange lightsabers and the green mist that came out of
That's why I'm
Iraq.
drinking the orange soda right now.
Word. He said if you got a problem with the green mist coming out of Iraq, you can eat a bunch of turtle baby dicks and go jump off of a high cliff with a short fuse and blow yourself up. That's what Ray was saying in the back. And now we're here and we made it. Fucking Tuesday night, what's going on, guys?
I'm gonna blame that intro on Cabs not being in.
Facts.
Ray's kids are force sensitive. Come on over.
Oh shit! In today's day and age, everybody's some sort of sensitive.
Right? Shit. But yeah, man, what's going on, guys? How y'all doing?
Not much.
All
Chilling,
right.
chilling. We back. It's Tuesday.
Yeah, this episode is gonna be a little weird.
Is it though?
Well, the potential of it being even weirder was there, but I decided to edit when I found out when I went down the rabbit hole and was like, oh, I took a wrong turn. It should have been a left at Albuquerque.
Gotta take a left, then another left. Don't forget that left.
When we in NASCAR, you gotta make a left turn. We're gonna make another left turn. Oh shit, here goes a left turn.
Oh man.
But let's do it to it. Let's we got I know Cap said he doesn't have a question today, but he got a statement of the day or news of the day or
Oh, No, I got it. I was watching a video of something, and a comment was said to that person, to which my response and the guy in the video's response was practically the same, because it's something we both never thought about, and it kind of like tore everything apart. All right. So Cinderella, she lost the shoe at the ball.
Mm-hmm.
The Prince Charming, was looking for the foot that fitted perfectly, right? If her foot fit perfectly in the shoe, how'd she lose it in the first place?
Uh-huh.
That ripped the whole space-time continuum open for me. Like, well, now this story is an impossibility.
Okay. Have any of y'all ever dealt with a woman using technology?
Wait, what?
I don't understand that question. Like,
Yeah,
Has,
really?
all right,
am I
so
using
has any
robot
of y'all,
hands? Son?
has a woman ever went up to y'all like, yo, there's something wrong with this. Can you help me fix it?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So now you know how the fucking perfectly fit shoe fell off her. They find the most complicated shit to do that's impossible, and boom, now it's your problem.
Yeah, I don't know if that
I don't know how that
goes with
equates.
They find a way to make it work.
this. So your response in this whole thing is to turn into Jeff Goldblum. It's like life
No,
finds a way.
no. The response to this is, woman. That's how the shoe fell off. Because a man's perfect fit and a woman's perfect fit are completely different. Remember, if pain is beauty,
But there would be someone that fit perfectly though.
yeah,
That's
and
what I'm
it's not the girl he's looking for.
It would have to be because it doesn't fit her perfectly now.
What I say?
If it fell off, it fuck, this ruins the whole story now.
Yes.
Fuck, I'm too sober for this. Like, wait, so
Because remember, the fairy godmother made everything exact for her,
yeah,
and the shoe only fits that one person in the world.
yeah.
And Vin, were you not just told when you were buying shoes? Then you were like, oh, what about the toe and all that other? How far he said if it fits perfectly, you don't have to worry about it falling off.
Yeah.
Did he not say that to you?
Well, you gotta remember, it's glass, sweat, precipitation. Glass rises when it reaches the top.
What? Yeah, see,
Well, here's the story. The real thing is it's happenstance. It's life's way of bringing two opposing forces back together. That's why it fell off. It was forced to come off by the fairy godmother.
Or
come on, I got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You telling me the ooze doesn't exist?
you can go with that. Or this is the earliest fucking showcase of continuity error, where somebody just made something and forgot that they said some shit earlier, or didn't think of the consequences of saying some shit later on. When you're like, wait a minute, but in the beginning you said this.
Yeah. This was definitely it's a kids movie, so they thought no one would put that two and two together.
I never thought of that.
Till now, I never thought about that because it's like, wait, that makes sense though. Like, how the fuck did it fall off? Like,
I'm telling you, it was the fairy godmother. She did it.
so it was only fit perfect till midnight. Is that what you're saying?
No, but she lost it before midnight.
Yeah, but the thing was, it was the magic. She found her true love. That she's running. She needed something to fall back. Now, let me ask you a question. If the shoe fit her foot perfectly,
Okay.
and they make like size shoes, you're telling me that No one's foot can fit in your shoe. That shoe probably changed size depending on the fucking woman that's in it. So it was like, oh, I'm a size 8. That's a size 8. It doesn't fit because it's not meant for you. So if it magically can only fit one person, even though they got the same size foot, then that means that magically fell off.
Okay. Because I was gonna say again that kind of takes away the purpose now. Because it's like, if it fell off, it means it doesn't fit perfectly. Because if it's fitting you perfect, it should stay there until you try to take it off.
Yeah. Not to mention the fact that the whole premise of her leaving early was so the prince wouldn't see her as a peasant.
Yeah.
But yet he found the peasant girl, and because the shoe fit,
You must have
his
quit.
love was real.
Yeah.
Which then now further complicates things because, well, you liked her. Like, was it the shoe fit in that light? Like, did he have a shoe fetish? Like, what the fuck is the difference? If she would have just stayed there, turned back into her peasant form, versus finding her later.
Yeah.
Because this is the thing. That's the story of life. If you're a man and you want the girl, you got to be a king. If you're a girl and you want the man, you just got to fucking be there.
You just gotta have nice feet. Apparently.
Yeah, you just
Apparently.
gotta show up.
Like this just it's a lot of just
It's red pill shit.
damn. Now this mess with my head. Now I'm like,
It's red pill shit.
You're welcome.
now I'm like, fuck. Now I got to think about this some more because it's like,
Cause yo, you know it's crazy. He didn't give a shit what the girl looked like, as long as the shoe fit.
Yeah,
Because that was the woman of his dreams. But I guarantee you, if I was a queen looking for somebody and there was a fucking short, bald, overweight dude that had a fucking Power Ranger shirt on and that shit fit his ass, nah, fuck out of here. Yo, where's the guy over there that don't fit? Fuck, we're gonna just place you with him.
it's like this is your shoe. It isn't though. It don't fit. No.
Yo,
this is
make
your
a
shoe.
fucking shoe for him. He's like, I'm the fucking queen. I can afford shoes. Fuck it.
Oh man. Yeah, I was like,
Wait, how in Mulan the captain was low key willing to fuck her and as a man? Wait, what?
yeah. I haven't seen Mulan in a while. I'm not.
Wait, are we talking about the live action shit, or are we talking about the cartoon? What are we talking about?
no, the cartoon because legit he was. They
Has
remember
been the cartoon.
she posed as a man. So
Hey man,
He
when
did the same in the live action too, but
you know what they say when you in jail, the women you get ain't the women you want.
now we're just gonna question all cartoons. Like, wait, is there continuity and everything? This all
The only cartoon I don't question is The Lion King.
but the past.
That part wasn't in the motherfucking live action movie.
Oh,
The
but
one, the biggest lesson to learn
It was not in the live
was
action.
not in the live action movie.
They said these kids don't need to learn that. They got a fucking window in the past.
what were
Yeah,
we watching
suffer.
that said that though?
Huh?
Didn't we watch something recently that had that similar lesson?
What? Forget about the past?
No, yeah, something like that. But it was almost in the same situation where like they just did something, and it's like, oh, that was in the past.
That could have been me, Ray, and Kenny talking shit.
No, I was watching something on the television, and I don't watch you guys on the television.
What you trying to say?
Damn,
You're
Cap,
not
you don't
worthy of
support us on the TV? Damn. One day, man, one day.
He watches the white streams on TV.
Yeah, well, we got to stick together.
Fucked up.
Yeah, where Kenny at?
Attica.
He
Attica.
put
No, but that's the thing about fucking those cartoons. It's all
Yeah.
trying to teach one lesson with the sake of it doesn't matter. No color people on the TV screen. That's right. The only colors are coming from the TV screen, not on the TV screen.
Red, green, and blue. That's all you need.
That's it.
Uh,
No, but yeah, that's the thing though. Is remember these stories are for kids. Kids don't know shit. Do y'all remember when they went to kill the witch in the Wizard of Oz? The Tin Man had a fucking gun.
Yeah.
The
Wait,
Tin
what?
Man had a fucking revolver on him when they were going to kill the witch.
Never used it.
I don't
In the
remember.
original
There was a
cut, he
revolver
walked
there?
around with. Yo, you could Google it. In the
I'm
original
gonna-
cut, he
I'm
walked
gonna bring
around
it
with a
up right
fucking
now.
gun. He walked around with a fucking gun, ready to kill the witch.
There you go.
Oh shit! Yeah, I just saw it here. Wow, he was really ready to shoot somebody.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
and that makes the most sense.
Wait, no, it was the Scarecrow that had it though.
Yeah.
Why does the
Oh,
Scarecrow have
the
a gun? The
Scarecrow,
one, the dude with no brains has a gun.
Remember, by the end of it, he was given the fucking scholar, the diploma, so that motherfucker was smart somehow.
No, yeah, but before this, he had no brains. And we're giving him
He
a
had the
gun.
illusion of no
Wait,
brain.
I want to say something, but I'm not gonna say.
Yo, it doesn't take a fucking genius to pull the trigger. I'm just gonna say that shit right now.
No, I was going the opposite route, but it is what it is.
What it takes a Mensa candidate to pull the trigger? What was the opposite route?
Well, the Scarecrow's white. Though he had a gun, they gave it to him.
No,
That's what you're trying to say,
right?
right? They just gave him a gun because he's
I was
white.
just- I was just saying. Sometimes people are usually we're going south.
Sometimes the people with the guns are the dumbest ones in there.
Usually,
Pull up! The mountain's getting closer.
I remember when Winnie the Pooh pulled the shotgun out. Wait, what?
That one I need some.
That did not happen.
That I need some proof on. Send us a link to Quan of the picture of that shit.
I think he just wanted to catch us with the last part. 'Cause I was like, wait, what?
Word. Winnie the Pooh ain't trying to
did
kill
not
no
happen.
fucking Tigger.
Unless you're talking, unless you're talking about the fucking live action, like new,
Oh, that horror movies.
the horror one, yeah. That they confirmed there's a sequel.
Yeah,
coming
they already
out.
released the picture of all people Tigger.
Like,
You know what the crazy
that
shit is?
was
I didn't
fucking
know there
wild.
was a fucking horror film of Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, because the
It's not worth it.
it's fair use now, so they can do it. They just can't say certain things. Like that's how you get away with like just using.
It's like Joan of Arc is a free to use character. Sherlock Holmes technically is a free to use character. Pinocchio.
Yeah. You just can't say certain things, so that way you don't get fucking sued.
That's racist.
It's media, man. But yeah. Cartoons taught us some interesting things.
Word. Speaking of cartoons, if we're gonna talk about Rebels, well, if we're gonna talk about Star Wars, right, and we're gonna talk about the TV shows and shit. Now, Ahsoka, you can watch regularly. You're probably gonna get a little mixed up with the shit that happened in the past, but that's tying in Rebels pretty good. And I was watching the how to fix the MCU. Oh shit! Hey man,
So yeah, he did have a shot.
but look at the tip. The tip is orange, so it's safe.
It could have been a trank gun.
Word. Cosby could have gave him that shit.
constant proof.
Hey.
And on that note, everybody, good night.
We'll be back next week, y'all.
You
Thank
named yourself. It has begun, so we got to start some shit. But anyway, so he's talking about
You don't know what that's a reference to?
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, because it comes out on Thursday.
That's right.
Yay! That's all I'm doing Thursday.
All right, so
Till 9:00 because we got the interview.
So he was saying that to start to fix the MCUs to bring back Agents of Shield, because Agents of Shield basically tied everything together, and the like you didn't know you wanted to throw a movie until you saw the hammer after Iron Man 2 and all this other shit. And I'm listening to him, and the interconnectivity would help with the MCU. But what I think would help with the MCU now is importance in their movies. Because Guardians of the Galaxy 3 you need to watch. It was a good movie. It pretty much ended all the other shit. It told the story. You know, you didn't really need to watch Ant-Man. You didn't really need to watch fucking She-Hulk or Secret Invasion because it didn't really accomplish anything. I think they're trying too hard to interconnect. I don't want to say the movies, but the subject.
Yeah.
Where it's like, this is the Kang Dynasty. So everybody's doing time shit. Or this is the fucking multiverse shit where everybody's doing multiverse shit. It's like, okay, just give us a fucking movie now. Give us a good fucking movie. And then, because none of the movies actually interlaced into fucking first Avengers.
Yeah.
The cutscenes interlaced, but the movies didn't interlace until Avengers. So let's get the movies going. So you save the MCU by giving us a good fucking movie. You give us what you promised.
Dude, that's why my suggestion was to forego telling us what the next saga was and just fucking do shit, and then kind of like what happened with the Infinity Saga. Just one day we're like, oh shit, this is all leading to this.
I think that's why it works so well too, is because we didn't expect anything. We just were watching, and then it's like, wait. Then you start to connect. It's like, and now we know what's coming next.
Yeah.
Instead of, oh, this is what we're promising you, and it's like, but you're not doing that.
Yeah.
And you haven't done that for a while now. So it's like, I think they give us this, so now we have expectation instead of just giving us little to no detail and just letting it happen.
Yeah, and they gave them more room to play, so that we're not sitting there going, oh, but these 4 movies had nothing to do with the multiverse saga. What the fuck is going on? I was like, well, let it rock. We don't know what's going on. Then sooner or later, we're like, oh, look at it. Now you go back and be like, hey, look, all this shit did all this.
And also,
Yeah.
they're not supposed to deal with the multiverse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
But
Captain America Winter Soldier had nothing to do with the fucking the intergalactic shit, but it was a good movie because it had something to do with Hydra and tearing that shit down. So it's like, where's Shield? Shield's gone now. You know, it's telling the fucking story with these guys. You have to make it seem like it's the comic books, but it's the one where it's like, yo, we're leading to the Kang Dynasty, but here goes the story of how Punisher got there. He had nothing to do with the fucking multiverse shit. Or you could do a quick fucking synopsis where it's like the next movie that has something to do with multiverse shit or Kang shit. You got a quick glimpse. This is like Loki. Let's say Loki season 2. He finds the Colonel Sanders of the Matrix, where he's like, you can reset everything and all that. And they're just looking at the multiverse, like, because he has the power now. You can look at the multiverse. And one of the other multiverses has the fucking Celestial. Because now it's like, okay, that was in a different multiverse. We can accept that now.
Yeah. Dude, back to mixing what I was saying with what you just said, how Captain America didn't have anything to do with the intergalactic shit. This is why I'm saying don't announce, because yes, it didn't. But now when you bring up the Infinity Saga, now you can retroactively go back and look at it and go, oh, wait, it didn't do directly with the intergalactic, but it took out S.H.I.E.L.D. It started crumbling the Avengers. It was the reason why Thanos had an easy-ass time coming in here, because by the time he got it, everything was fractured, and it stemmed from that point.
Yes. I'm gonna leave that up there so the artist can see it. Yo, and the Colonel Sanders I'm talking about is when Neo had the chance to go in that room and either reset the Matrix or save Trinity.
Yeah, but
That Colonel
what the
Sanders.
fuck they call that dude?
The architect?
Was it the architect? Vis-a-vis, ergo.
Yeah, it was some shit. Fucking. No, but yeah, all right. So, Ahsoka, episode 4.
Best episode yet.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And I know it's funny because
Yeah.
everybody last week we were like, no, the 3rd episode was the best episode. Now the 4th episode is the best episode.
This is the way it's supposed to be. This is
Yeah,
the
it's
way.
supposed to keep getting better.
Yeah.
It's looking like tonight about to be something crazy. So, well, as we're streaming, it's fucking out already.
My prediction for tonight's episode, which should be out now,
Bang.
Yeah.
is twofold. One, for the people who know, this is probably going to be the most emotional episode of any Star Wars thing ever. Seeing first time in live action Ahsoka Tano, Anakin Skywalker. Hayden Christensen's back. Rosario Dawson's doing a pretty good job. They're in the world between worlds. They could potentially see a whole bunch of... This is going to be a very emotional episode. Secondly, if you're not in the know, this is probably going to be the worst episode for you. Because you're not going to know what the fuck, where they are, why the fuck that means anything. You're not going to know why she knows who the fuck Anakin Skywalker is. The emotional connection is not going to be there. And I heard somebody turn around and say before that we were discussing, I think last week or so, how a lot of people are like, well, this is kind of forcing you to go back and watch Rebels and Clone Wars so you know what's going on. And the show itself is not doing a good job of explaining what the fuck's going on. And to that I say I went in and watched Deathly Hallows Part 1, or whichever movie where Dobby died. Whichever Harry Potter that was. I watched that movie in a theater next to my mom, who watched all of them, and next to Toe, who I think you watched some of them.
Yeah.
At that point. Right? And everybody in the theater knew what the fuck was going on and had an emotional reaction to that little house elf dying. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. But because the movie didn't tell me what the fuck is happening, and I didn't watch all the rest of them, I don't then get to dictate and say that movie fucking sucked.
Yeah. Harry Potter is my friend.
Yeah, like the whole point of this is something I don't understand. Like with fan service or shit, it's like, oh well, this is not what do you call it? This is not attracting new people. Yo, first off, you knew Ahsoka was coming out. You had how long to watch all the other shit? And even if you don't watch all the other shit, that's fine. But you can't sit there and go, this show is stupid for the shit you don't know. It's not the show's fault that you don't know it. Go fucking learn it.
Listen.
Go get it. Don't watch. You don't have to watch the whole thing, but go brush up on it. You find out why the fuck it means something. And two, fan service. Somebody was complaining that Endgame was too fan servicey. 2008 Iron Man debuted with Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark. All right? When we get to Endgame, seeing Cap pick up the shield, retroactively making Thor 2 good, seeing all the shit we did, the Ep4 thing, all that was the thank you for watching from the beginning. That's why if you didn't watch from the beginning, it kind of just all looked like fucking random shit.
I want to add to that.
Go ahead, Doc.
One, everyone knows Star Wars has been a linear thing. It has been episode 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. It's been a story being told over multiple movies. It's a bin. That's right. I fucking said it. It's a bin. Fucking Italians over here. But here's another thing. They have said countless times, the Clone Wars cartoon show, yeah, he's about to die. The Clone Wars cartoon show is an extension of the movies. It tells you what happens between part 1 and 2, 2 and 3, and 3 and 4. It tells you what happens in between those. The Clone Wars cartoon. So now we know that all of this shit goes together. The video games, they say this is canon. This is what happened between this and this and this. The books, this is canon. Who the fuck starts watching a goddamn show, season 6, episode 7, and go, but this don't make no fucking sense. No shit.
You know what's sad? There is people that do it, and they're the first to fucking complain because they wanted almost like, oh no, you have to give me a recap every fucking episode. I need to figure out how fucking this all started by like right now.
And the thing is, it's like you watch The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian is also a fucking part of the story. You have to watch episode 3 to get why Grogu was so fucking important because he was a part of the fucking Order 66.
Grogu covered a Diamond Championship.
He's a new fucking Jedi. He's Grogu's cousin.
And again.
I'm sorry. I'm just one more time. Everything Star Wars does, you need to know shit about it. You cannot walk in here blindly. So if you walked in here blindly, guess what? You played yourself. Go back and watch the shit if you want to understand it. Stop fucking around. Stop going on fucking social media and talking shit. Go back and watch it.
I'm not. All right, maybe Toe's advocating for it. I'm not saying you got to go back and watch all 7 seasons of Clone Wars and all 4 seasons of Rebels, but just go back and get acquainted with why these characters matter. That's all you got to do. Because once you know why they matter, then you'll know why certain shit is happening in the show.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little tired of, and this you could blame on show.
Yeah, it is.
I'm tired of the general audience coming into something and now if something's legitimately bad, it's legitimately bad. I'm not gonna knock you. All right? Legitimate critiques are welcome. You got a legitimate critique, that's what we're here for. We talk it out, try to see what happened, what the fuck makes sense moving forward, blah, blah, blah. But if you're gonna come in here with no legitimate critiques and not know what the fuck's going on, dude, that's on you. This shit has been around how many years now? Like, why are you now coming in here trying to shit on something that I put my time and effort watching all this shit for what?
Yeah.
Like, so they didn't make it for you. Big fucking deal. They made it for me. I'm the one who since day one was watching. I'm the one. I got 2 lightsaber hilts and 2 blades sitting in my goddamn closet, sitting right there. I don't come up to your stupid ass shows that I don't watch and fucking say shit about them.
Yeah. And that's the issue. I feel like it's almost that entitlement feeling of, oh no, I want to get into it now. So you have to fucking do it for almost do like the fucking book. Like this for dummies. Explain to me right now, just like that.
But
like it's like you can't just jump into something and not at least try to start actually give it its time. Like people have put in this whole time. Like it's like now the argument with people about like the anime fans are getting pissed off if people are just watching the One Piece live action and have not given time of day to the anime.
Yeah.
People are going nuts about that now.
But see, this is different. Right? if everybody turned around, right? If fans of the One Punch anime saw the One Punch Netflix show and went, "Yo, this shit is great," and then random people got in here and went, "This is trash. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know what this is." That's the shit that I'm talking about. It was like, yo, how do you get to come in here when it's a different thing from like I watched the One Piece anime. Wasn't a fan. Yeah. I chose to go fairy tale over One Piece. But the show drew me in. So guess what I'm gonna do now? Go back and watch the anime again. I'm gonna give it another chance. It's like trying new foods. It's like, oh, I never liked this food. And then you try it one day, you're like, you know what? That's just not that bad. Like spinach. Never used to like spinach growing up. It's a vegetable. Get it out of here. Now I put spinach in everything. See, as you can come in brand new to anything, but if it captures you in any way, now you got to start going back and ingratiating yourself in it. Not for me. I don't give a shit really if show shows up tomorrow and has watched the entirety of Star Wars. I don't care. But for him, I care. Because then to get him to see it the way I see it and why I fell in love with it and why it means something to me. And why, if you could tell, what do you call it? You can ask Toe, why when they did that little pan from the water to where Ahsoka ended up, I was freaking out. Yelling, she's in the world between worlds. Why that matter? Do yourself a service. Jump in. And if it catches you, then go back and ingratiate yourself in it. Get steeped in it so that your appreciation level can now
it grows
back up.
Yeah.
And if you jump in and it doesn't grab you, that's fine. You can go do something else. But don't jump in the pool and it's not grabbing you. Now stay in the pool and try to fuck up everybody else who's swimming.
Yeah, man, it's the lazy people. To be honest with you, it's the lazy people that's complaining. And they're the ones that get the most fucking... Like, we have to sit here and fucking explain to them this bullshit. And that's what the problem is, because it's like... Yeah, motherfuckers, you come in here with your shit, and we're so busy explaining to y'all what the story is because you come in like show. Or I don't, who the fuck is this guy that's talking to Ahsoka now in this fucking, did she die? Did she do this? Bro, one episode of another show would explain who he is. All you have to do is your research. And for someone to complain that they don't know what's going on these shows is 100% laziness. Because you don't even need to type shit in on YouTube. On fucking Tuesdays and Wednesdays, there's 7,000 different videos explaining what the fuck happened on Ahsoka.
This one being,
you know what I'm saying? Like you want to know who that is? Go on YouTube. They'll tell you without you even asking. But you're too busy fucking looking up bullshit to figure out what man and what women are better than this and that and that. Like you're too busy starting fucking drama and starting bullshit. And we don't need that bullshit in our fucking lives, to be honest with you. Because it's all fucking, at the end of the day, you're fucking lazy. And you need to fucking know that. You're a fucking lazy asshole that I hope you fucking, the pee-pee falls off.
Not the pee-pee.
Yeah, because I'm tired of this shit. Every fucking time something happens, we got fucking bitches in here complaining about some shit. Oh, I don't know who's this. Oh, what does it mean that she has power? Oh, it's a female? Ahsoka's a female? How am I supposed to live with myself when a female has the Force? What is the Force? Are they forcing people to do things? What is going on here? I don't know. I don't like it.
Why the lightsabers orange all of a
I didn't
sudden?
know they had different colors of lightsabers. I don't like this. making me think of things.
When does Samuel Jackson
How am
show
I
up?
supposed to know what's happening here? Fucking
You know what's sad is that he's not fucking wrong with like the fucking reaction to all this. That's the sad part because this is legit what you see on fucking Twitter, what you see on like people trying to quote unquote review this shit and actually talk about it. And it's like, why just try to hop on the trend if you're not a fan?
Yo,
Like it fucking shows.
look at I want to put two things out there. One, look at the difference between people who are steeped in this and how we're
Yeah.
viewing it versus people who aren't. Two, for anybody who's watching, it's like, oh, here's another fucking set of idiots gatekeeping about stuff. No. We're not gatekeeping. We know when Star Wars is bad. Book of Boba Fett, Obi-Wan Kenobi. We know we've been through, we lived through some shit. When we get something good again, like, don't fuck up the good. You want to go and talk shit about the bad shows? Talk shit all you want. Those are open season.
You know what I don't understand? We're not gatekeepers shit. We're telling you if you want to fucking be here, learn the goddamn lingo. We're
Right.
not telling you to stop watching. We're telling you to start watching. We're telling you do your homework. Motherfucker, gatekeeping is stop watching our shit. Stop watching the show. You don't belong here. You belong here. Just if you want to be here, know what the fuck's happening. This is like school. If you fucking late, you're responsible for fucking finding out what you missed. Motherfucker, what do you want them? This is a fucking 6-episode fucking season.
8.
It's 6 now. I'm making it fucking 6. You supposed to know what's going on here. They don't have all day to tell you what the fuck happened with. And if you listen and watch it, it's very... They were a crew together. They fought a war. Ezra what's his name? Ezra died with fucking Thrawn. And people believe that Ezra and Thrawn are still alive. And the people that believe both of them are alive are going to get them. What's hard to understand now? That's the story. You don't know who Ashoka is? You gotta do some homework. If you ain't watched The Mandalorian, you ain't gonna find out who Ashoka is. If you ain't watched The Mandalorian season 2, you ain't gonna watch who the fuck Ashoka and Luke Skywalkers. Like, you jumped in here head first, jump into the lore head first. It's as simple as that. I'm not telling you to stop watching. I'm telling you not to watch it. I'm not telling you nothing else. It's you got questions, there's answers out there. Ready, available for you. You don't have to spend a fucking week to 6 weeks fucking reading the comics and writing the fucking movies and all this other bullshit. It's right there. It's in your fucking face. It's ready, willing, and able to fucking give you the answers that you fucking desire. We're not sitting here going, don't watch Ahsoka because you fucking don't know shit. We're saying you don't know shit, so watch the rest of it. Stop asking stupid questions. You go to a fucking movie theater, you want the motherfucker next to you, like, why are they chasing the guy with the mask?
That's legit what they're doing, and it's as annoying as it is in a movie theater. But it's like, so what's happening here? Motherfucker, I'm trying to watch.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
why you think I'm watching
like,
it? If I knew what was happening.
like, come on.
Yeah. If I knew what was happening, guess what I wouldn't be doing? Watching this.
Like it's one of those where, again, now what's worse is it's all fucking available. We don't have to wait years to be able to see. So what's gonna happen here? It's all fucking out now.
Yeah. Chronological order.
Like, we had to wait all this shit.
And
we grew up going through this
And to
shit.
make it even easier, it's on the same fucking app that you're watching the show on. You don't have to order nothing else. You don't need Stars. You don't need HBO. You don't need fucking Cinemax. You don't need none of that. It's on Disney Plus. It's all there. The time that you're sitting, there's nothing else to watch that shit, you fucking bitch.
Yo, facts. Legit. Like,
Now, while we're ranting about this, you want to say why episode 4 was so good?
Well, all right. So the reason why I liked it is because we got something that was built up for. We got a little taste of it with the lightsaber battles, like Ahsoka fighting this dude with the lightsabers. It was one of those like, yes, we finally we got to see it. We got to see some the fight between them, and we didn't have to wait forever. We're going now into they accomplished the hyper jump. We're gonna see if Thrawn and Ezra are alive. We're going now, baby. We got to that part where it's do or die. That's why I liked it.
Right? Why'd you like it?
It was bittersweet to see Ray Stevenson just in the battle, like, because we knew it was coming. We knew it was coming to a point of, but now seeing we get that. I said it the last episode too, that I'm waiting for us to finally get the most action that was coming. And then episode 5 is coming today, and it's like, we're almost there of the most. But seeing that and then seeing where it leaves us off of just like, again, most people are gonna be like, wait, so is this it? They're dead? Keep watching.
Yeah.
Keep watching. Because I definitely I'll ask it after you give yours, Cap. Because I have a question I want to ask. But give us your thoughts.
So I like this because there was so much packed into this. Hu Yang actually throwing hands because he's trained people on lightsaber techniques and all that. Being the sentientness and the smartness to turn on like, all right, well, I can't stop all these. Let me do something that will alert Ahsoka that trouble's here. He cut the power. They went out. Sabine and Ahsoka actually teaming up, and which I'm gonna get to the way Sabine was fighting. That shit was cool. When they ran, everybody's sitting there going, "Oh, they immediately split up after he told them not to." Well, Shin Hati knows exactly what she's doing. She knows she can't take on Ahsoka and Sabine, but she can beat Sabine. So if she divides and conquers, lures Sabine out long enough to take her out, she had to have known Merrick was which is another thing. He's a fucking revenant. Just a fucking the Night Sister just brought a fucking meat puppet to the show, which in and of itself is fucking batshit crazy. Because does she have more of them?
Yeah.
Can she raise somebody else up? Like, I know everybody was hoping that he was gonna be Star Killer or Ezra or something, but I think the fact that it's some form of magic that she had control over, that she exudes some sort of influence over, that opens up a lot more fucking doors. Then we get to Sabine, where she's not a Jedi. No magic all of a sudden. Now I can use the Force out of nowhere. No. How does she actually stop Shin Hati? By being a Mandalorian. Because what's the one thing that we can now assume that Shin hasn't fought? A fucking Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Then we get to the fight with Rey Stevenson, Baylan Skull, and Ahsoka Tano. And we have this fucking beautiful. Anybody who knows sword culture, there's pretty much two dividing paths in actual sword fighting realms. You got the Bushido and the Asian style sword play, which Ahsoka did. And then you got the European, the German style sword play, as you saw with Baylan, how he held it like a knight, how he was using heavier strikes like they do in the olden medieval times.
Yeah, it was more based off strength instead of precision there.
Yeah, that was the closest you're going to get in the Star Wars to see what was better, a longsword or a katana. Yeah. Like, that shit was fucking great. Then you have the possibility of, well, how is she going to get anywhere? She grabbed the map. Could be burned in her hand. The coordinates. We don't know.
They could
That's what I was
use
going to ask.
Whales.
Like,
so
how
we get all that?
How do we get that there?
Well, I'll get to that.
Yeah.
Then we get the world between worlds. A concept that seemed like it was like a one-off from Rebels where they were like, what the fuck is this? Then you realize what it is. It's a nexus point. Everything that's ever happened in Star Wars, from the first ever thing to the last ever thing, is all happening all at once in this point. And you can literally walk up to a door and look at what the fuck's happening. And if anybody doesn't know, Ahsoka fought Vader in Rebels. And Vader killed her. Then Ezra stumbled upon it was a temple in Lothal, I think. He stumbled upon the entrance to the world between worlds. Went in, saw that moment where Ahsoka died, and before she died, grabbed her, pulled her to us, pulled her to him. And then they both came back to our time. And that's how Ahsoka wound up living. Now to see that Ahsoka's in the world between worlds again, and now Anakin's there, that in and of itself brings up a whole bunch of possibilities of what we're going to see tonight. What people are already seeing right now as we're speaking. Because there's a myriad of things you can do. But the main part of this is the world between worlds is now real. It's no longer just a part of that show. It's now real. And we get to see, for the first time in live action, Ahsoka and Anakin speak. We don't know. Somebody brought this up in another video. We don't know if this is truly Anakin. This could be a hallucination. This could be an illusion. This could be somebody else masquerading as Anakin.
Yeah.
But for right now,
we're taking this as Anakin.
Fucking Skywalker, who said hello, Snips.
Yeah.
He used the fucking nickname in live action. He used the nickname. This is fucking bananas fucking good. And again, back to our earlier point, you get this excited when you ingratiate yourself with these characters, when you go back and you consume the product, when you go back and you learn why Ahsoka is so important. Because, believe it or not, that's what I was saying, the Clone Wars fills you in on what happens in between movies. If anybody wants to know why, from episode 2 to episode 3, Anakin just fucking went from a teenager who hated sand to a man who was killing fucking younglings. Well, the Clone Wars explains to you the rise from where he was from a Jedi to his full turn to the dark side. And Ahsoka was there for a bunch of it.
And some of it was Ahsoka.
Yeah. What happened with her.
Yeah.
Again, it's all out there for you folks. It's all on one.
And my only concern is, again, if it's not for you, it's not for you. But if you're in here and you're a little lost, come join us on this side so you can get excited as I am for what the fuck's happening.
Yeah, and the thing with the Star was it Starbreaker? Starkiller. That when you listen to the history of him, he's from the video game, and everybody assumed it was Starkiller because of the name and those other stuff. It's impossible to bring Starkiller in here because Starkiller was a part of a lore that is not a part of the Star Wars, and it means that Darth Vader broke the rules of the Sith because there's only two. One to have the power and one to urge it, to yearn it or whatever. Yep. And to him to have a secret apprentice that's breaking the laws of the Sith. Also, the Starkiller brought fucking Darth Vader to his knees twice, and he died twice. And they cloned him, and they successfully cloned him and had a clone that can use the Force, which Palpatine was never able to do. So now Darth Vader was able to do shit that Palpatine couldn't do, and Palpatine's still going and trying to find it, where Vader was just sitting there like, all right, whatever. And then what happened to Starkiller and all these fucking clones that Darth Vader made of him when Luke was around? Like, you're telling me that this guy's gonna be around with Ahsoka, but there's clones of him everywhere? See, like the story with him, like the idea is cool. The story doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good concept, but it's just I don't think it could have it can't there's no connectivity here.
Yeah.
Like to be able to make it make sense in the canon that we're looking at right now, I don't think it could fit.
Yeah.
It would be
And
great.
also-
it would make it interesting. But
yeah. And
I remember from the video game it won't connect here though.
and also the reason why I would believe Darth Vader would not have an apprentice is because of what the Jedi Order did to Ahsoka, and the fact that Darth Vader hates Anakin. Darth Vader himself hates Anakin, and he wouldn't put himself in a position where Anakin was in, because his apprentice, because Anakin's apprentice and Anakin's son made Anakin weak in Vader's eyes. Because the one time Ahsoka got the upper hand on Vader is when he turned back into Anakin for that slight moment.
Yeah. To give you a brief history for anybody who's watching and doesn't know, Padme is Anakin's love. Obi-Wan is Anakin's master. Ahsoka is Anakin's family.
Yeah.
There's nobody in this world that he loved more than Padme. There was nobody he was closer to than Ahsoka.
Yeah. That's like his kid sister / daughter and shit. Like,
Yeah.
you know, that was the ride or die. That was the first straw
Yep.
on the
I'm
back.
gonna put it to you this way. Before my uncle had his kids, me and Toe were like his kids. So when you, if you go back and you see Ahsoka standing next to Luke, that means something.
Yeah.
Because now when you look at us and our cousins, that means something. We're more than just, regardless of how often we see each other and all that, we're closer than cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All this, I'm telling you, all this is good. Am I saying everything is fucking great? No, because there's episodes that you could skip and all the fucking cartoons. It's normal cartoon shit. 75% of it has to do with what you're there for, and the other 25 is just no shit. They told us to make 25 episodes. Here's one.
Hey, everything's gonna have some filler, but it's one of those where if you're truly intrigued, come on over.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Come on
yeah.
over. We got the force. Come on
Yeah.
over.
And and the fact that this is all one knit story
Yeah.
that they're telling, it's what makes it even stronger, because as opposed to, let's say, Marvel is trying to tell many stories and make it one, where this is one story that has many different points of views, pretty much.
I was gonna say, do you think that's what makes it such a strong like fandom? Because it's such a linear story instead of we have fucking so many angles to go here.
Yeah.
Because it's one we're getting to one ending here. There's one angle instead of we got to go over here, we got to go over here, we got to do this, we got to do this. Don't forget about this, and
Yeah,
yeah,
because like what I mentioned on the comic book shit, it's like, think about this: Ahsoka was introduced in that story,
yeah,
so she's a part of the story now. So when you introduce a new character, let's say the Knights of Ren, you introduce them when they meet Ahsoka, and Ahsoka has to fight them. So if you ever do something with them later on down the line, you know them from Ahsoka. You don't know them from just a happenstance story. That's like the Mandalorian. The Mandalorian was good, but what did they instantly do? This is around the time when the younglings got killed by Anakin and Order 66 happened. Then we made Grogu, which instantly brought him into Star Wars Episode 3. And now this story is also connection from Star Wars Episode 3. What happened to some of the people that survived Order 66? And now we got the Darksaber, which also was introduced in Rebels because of Sabine. And what?
No, yeah, bro. Yeah, you're right.
And, well, yeah, in Rebels with Sabine holding it and all this other shit. If you continue the story, there's so much shit that connects it to the story where it's like, oh, that's why when Homeboy pulled out the Darksaber, we was like, oh shit, he got the fucking Darksaber. How did he get that? And then you could go like, well, the last time Sabine gave it to this girl, and she must have beat her for it or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we already know the lore. Boba Fett. Instantly, they told you this was going to be a waste of fucking time. They'll watch it until the last 2 episodes. So we all said, all right, cool. So Mandalorian came in and they said, all right, this is the story that we wanted to watch. Because I'm not going to mention the rest of the bullshit. But at least they had the fucking assassin from the cartoon.
Cad Bane? Oh.
Yeah. Because we all know Boba Fett, that should have been a book.
That could have been so much better, man.
Yo, you know what's funny about Star Wars, man? You could see the clear line of demarcation from when there's the people who know this 100% versus the people who are like, oh, I heard of a Star War. Yeah. I could do something. Because you get something from like let's Dave Filoni and all that shit where you're like, yo, this is what we're talking about. And you get other shit from like Book of Boba Fett where it should have been good, but you're like, dude, this motherfucker's the baddest bounty hunter in the world. Why did you care about these little kids on these fucking teenagers with attitudes and multicolored fucking bikes?
Yeah. That's the crazy shit with it. It's there's so much shit that you could have had the same exact show. You just had to change Boba Fett.
Yeah, or don't change him and just keep him as a fucking badass.
No, I'm saying change the way they had him in the fucking show.
Yeah, well, I was saying don't like. They initially changed him from where he was for the show. Where I'm like, just leave him the way the fuck he was.
No, yeah, that's where I'm getting at.
Yeah, but we're saying the same thing.
Yeah. It's just like if this was not a Boba Fett show and this was a what's her name? The Chung-Li?
Oh, Finnick.
If it was a Finnick show, this shit would have been awesome. Because Finnick was the best part of that fucking show.
Yeah.
He was the best part of Waking Up.
It didn't change from when we first saw her.
Yeah. And they changed Boba Fett a lot. I can't get past that shit.
But see, this is what I said earlier. We know when something's bad. And again, free reign. You want to talk shit about the bad, talk shit about the bad. But when it's good,
yeah.
What are we doing here? And again, it's if it didn't catch you, fine. It didn't catch you. Stop telling us it didn't catch you.
At that point, yeah. At that point,
move on to something else.
Fuck off. Shame. Yeah, I mean, at that point, fuck off. Because if you don't like it, why are you gonna keep watching it? You're gonna keep watching it just to tell us you didn't like it? Well, I don't want to hear that, so I'm not gonna fucking subscribe to that.
Again, we're not talking about legitimate criticism. Legitimate criticism is always welcome. Like the first 2 episodes, the relationship with Sabine and Ashoka felt a little off. There's definitely something that happened that we're not privy to. Not even the people that watched the whole shit.
Yeah.
It seemed like there was something missing. That's legitimate. We can have that conversation. That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Great. You had something that you want to ask, or did I answer it?
No, you kind of answered it there. It was the in between there, but you got
between worlds.
Yeah.
Yo, pie in the sky theory, which I don't want to do because I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do with this episode. But
yeah,
they literally in this episode could go back and watch a scene from Clone Wars and have Ashley Eckhart, I think that's how you pronounce her name, the woman who voiced Ahsoka, play Ahsoka in live action. That would be fucking mind blowing.
That would be.
We can go back and she can watch what happened on Mustafar between Obi-Wan and Anakin. Anakin can go back and give some sort of great wisdom about how he's matured now that he's one with the Force, and go back and watch Padme and talk about how he's now learned to let go and how his obsession was ill-guided. Like, there's so much shit they could fucking do here.
Yeah, there is.
And Dave Filoni himself is directing this episode. So this is the guy who co-created the Clone Wars the anime or the cartoon. Came up with Rebels. He came up with Ahsoka. Like, Ahsoka's his character. So this is straight from the guy who's. If George Lucas made it, seemingly he passed it down to what's his name? To Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni's running with it right now. Anything good that has come out of the last few years, not the movies, the Disney Plus shows, anything good, I guarantee you Dave Filoni had a hand in.
Well, let's see. There's so much hype about it on this, on the webs. So let's see what we get.
Yeah. That's the thing. I don't even want to like predict anything because I feel like we're just gonna just have to go into it because it's gonna be fucking. Oh man, like there's nothing that this episode can't do wrong. Like it looks fucking great.
There's one thing it can do, which I don't think it'd be wrong, because I can't be a hypocrite.
Yeah,
and I've enjoyed it in other mediums. So I don't know if I can sit here and outright be like, I'm gonna not like it if it did like, I gotta see how it plays out.
Yeah.
But I have heard people say that there's one thing they can do that they don't want.
Which is?
So theoretically,
Okay,
Ahsoka could just go back to before Thrawn and Ezra got shipped off and mess around there and either pull Ezra in or reset the show and start again. And that, again, I can't say anything about that in a negative or positive way because I've enjoyed shit that's done that.
yeah.
So I got to see how they do it. But other people have said that they don't want that. And I feel it because we're telling a direct story.
Yeah.
And I'd much rather go forward.
Yeah. I feel like if this was possibly a movie, then I could see that. I don't know if they would do this just to try to reset again just on a Disney show. I feel like
there is a movie that's supposedly coming out with these people.
Yeah,
no, but that's what I'm saying. They
directly doing this movie that ties in all the Disney Plus shows.
Yeah, I could see I could see something like that happen there instead of. And here we go again.
Shit. I don't know, man. To me, it's like, I think that's gatekeeping, where you sit there and like, I don't want them to restart it because of this. I'm all for do what you need to do. Just make this shit good and make this shit make sense. You know what I'm saying? If she goes in there and she resets shit, make that shit make sense. If she uses that shit to learn how to do something or to sacrifice herself to save Ezra or whatever the case may be, make that shit make sense. when they did the episode where they had the son, the daughter, and the father, the light side, the dark side, this shit,
And the
and then
balance.
and then she became the light side, and he became the dark side, and this side and the third. It made sense. So, like the fucking dark saber, you have to earn the right to use it. That's why it's heavy. Make it make sense.
Yo,
If you want to reset the shit, perfect. Because you know what that means? More TV shows, more movies, more lore. That's all that means. More lore. Maybe we get another fucking chance to see Darth Vader or Anakin Skywalker redeem himself or face fucking Sky Destroyer or fucking Ronan. What's that guy's name? Raken? The one they wanted Keanu Reeves to play?
Darth Raven.
Darth Raven. Like, maybe we could get that shit. That people are so, I'm tired of fucking Luke. Let's get some Anakin then. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get some real Anakin in there. Maybe. Just fucking maybe. The possibilities are endless when you do it right. So stop putting caveats on our possibilities. The only reason why you would hear me say I don't want them to do shit is because I know for a fact they're gonna fuck it up. Like if I turn around and said I don't want the WWE to do this, is because I know for a fact they're gonna fuck it up. The Star Wars shit so far, they haven't really fucked up too much shit. And I liked Rey and Finn in the new Star Wars movies. What is it? 8, 9, and 10? We could call them?
No, 7, 8, and 9.
7, 8, and 9? I like them. You know what I'm saying?
It was not with the characters. My problem is with what the studio wanted their writers to do with those characters.
Yeah.
I like Finn and Rey, but there's so much wasted potential there. And I don't give a shit what anybody says. In Rise of Skywalker, when Kylo comes down and the Knights are running there, and he gives one of those little fuck it. He gives that little shoulder shrug.
Yeah.
Like that's a fuck. That's where was that confidence the whole fucking time?
And yeah, I mean, I'm all for let's fucking make this shit work, bro. Let's fucking do this to the point where we got to make this shit epic. Because I'm pretty sure no one is sitting there going, you know, the best way we could make this show mediocre is if we did this.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's two shows that definitely thought about that.
That thought about making shit mediocre?
Yeah.
Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Obi-Wan. No, hold on. Obi-Wan had some awesome things in it.
Yeah.
But the overarching story, right off the bat, Princess Leia, help me, my father told me about you, Obi-Wan. Help me, you're the only one who can help. Now all of a sudden, she knew about him for 30 fucking years.
Yeah.
Why? He wasn't tasked with guarding her. He was tasked with guarding Luke. Because even though Leia had the Force, Luke was the stronger one in the Force, had the stronger connection out early on. So that was going to be, and on top of that, he's on fucking Tatooine. The home fucking planet of Vader. With Vader's family. Like, that's the one you gotta fucking watch out of. The best place you can hide him is right where the fucking dude would go back. Then there's the whole thing with, again, it's not the actress's fault, not the actress, but the character of Reva made no fucking sense. And had a fitting ending. She should have died fighting Vader. Instead, now we're to assume that she knows who Luke is and where Luke is because she's on Tatooine. And what the fuck are we doing now with that? If they get to season 2, we just forgetting about it? Or does Uncle Owen now all of a sudden out of nowhere have the ability to kill a Jedi who survived getting beat by Vader 47 times?
They got the Force. They temporarily got the Force. That's what I'm gonna go with. They got the Force. They sat around Luke's long enough that they stole some of his Force. Yeah, and got him.
The only way I'll accept this is if we get a Obi-Wan season 2, and it starts with Reva showing up to where Luke is on Tatooine, and Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru stand in front of her, and all of a sudden you hear, "When you got the glow, you need the glow, you need the glow, the glow, the glow." And it's just that fucking song, and they're just beating the shit out of her with hands blowing.
Because when you got that glow, your body knows that nothing knows in me. The power of elevation. Oh my God, yeah.
So again, for those of you, we know when it's bad. So don't act like we're just protecting all of it.
Yeah.
What up, Pro?
We treat everything with unbiased commentary here.
Yeah.
As
Like, when something is good, we give it its flowers, but when it's bad, we critique it.
Yo,
Yeah.
you brought up the mother, the father, the daughter, and the son. I've watched one guy, at least one, who fucking turned around and was like, "Well, what if that's the son in the world between worlds?" And he took on Anakin's form to lull Ahsoka into a false sense of security.
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind if this is all a ploy. Like, just to mess with those emotions even more.
Yo, think about it. He makes her fight Anakin.
Yeah.
And then he turns into Vader. And then it's revealed that it's him. So we get to see Ahsoka versus Anakin. Then Vader again, the rematch. Then it's him. And we can go from there. Like that.
That sounds crazy. And that would make this the best episode.
Now I'm mad because if we don't get that.
Yeah. It fucked up.
Because like
Fred.
that would be insane. But I hope like that's what I'm watching tomorrow with my coffee. So the minute I wake up, I'm watching this fucking episode. Oh man.
Dude, if I had the ability to, I'd call out just for this episode.
Oh man. Well then.
We're some kind of assholes that need to fucking be at work.
Facts.
Yeah. You can't all be YouTube streamers.
Right?
One day.
Speaking of which, like, share, subscribe.
Facts.
Ring the bell for notifications.
Facts. Do all that good stuff so we can fucking one day not have to do shit but this. That's all we need. One day.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. After last week's episode, before episode 4, I was struggling not to watch every video on YouTube recapping what happened on episode 4. And I'm going to be struggling even harder to not watch what the fuck's happening with episode 5.
Yeah. Yeah, this because it's already over, right? Pretty much because it started at 9 and
it might be. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be over by now.
I mean, it's only like 45 minutes, I think, that episode.
That's over, and then NXT just finished, and I don't know if y'all want that spoiler. I sent it in the chat already because
The only spoiler I could think of is Becky Lynch winning the title.
See,
52 minutes.
It took her 52 minutes to win the title.
No, that's how much. That's how shit. On match with Tiffany Stratton at 52 minutes, that wouldn't be too bad.
Word.
but yeah, they gave Becky the title.
I did all right. I'm cool with it.
This is interesting.
Racist.
Yo, you got to look at it from this perspective. They need something for Becky to do because you can't put her in the title picture because Rhea can't lose the belt yet.
Sure.
And if you want to try to make NXT a more legitimate third brand option, well, why not? It's the one thing Becky hasn't done.
No. Hold on.
You know what else she hasn't done?
But
Stay the fuck home.
Yes, she did. For about 9 months.
yeah, I was gonna say she was there for 9 months.
No, forever. Make her return the longest in between returns. Like, let's give her 40, 50 years before she comes back. Her and Seth Rollins. Let him rest his back. Yo, by God. The way that Michael Cole spoke about this fucking man's back, he should never fucking walk again, bro. I'm telling you, someone go to, sue Endeavor for letting this man wrestle with the fucking back that's disintegrated into fucking ash. He should never wrestle again. He should never walk again. He shouldn't do anything again. Strip him of the title. Strip Becky of the title. Let them go home. Let them rest in peace. Let them live their lives as long as they got left. And then now go back to wrestling. Send Dominic with him. Fuck it. And Broseph. Let them all go to the same house. Chill there for a while. All right, now back to Ashoka.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
you get the wrestling in 2 days. Thursday, come back and
Yeah.
I love how that just took a whole rabbit hole of just like back to Ahsoka. Good things. Episode 5 is about to be crazy.
Yeah, but we already saw. I already saw multiple fucking pictures of Thrawn.
Well, I mean, he's in the
trailer.
Yeah, he's in the trailer.
So that's not a question. Unless it's a fucking she in the World Between Worlds went to a fucking flashback and they see him.
That could happen too.
I
That's
mean,
the thing.
Think about it. We all thought, oh, they cast Ezra, so Ezra must be alive. And then he just showed up as a hologram.
Yeah. And I don't know, man. That the person that they casted Ezra as, I was like, I don't really look too much like the cartoon version of him,
it's hard to look exactly like a cartoon that wasn't based on somebody.
No,
I mean, Sabine doesn't look exactly like Sabine.
Yeah.
No, I hear you, but I mean, like, his clothes didn't look.
Oh, he was in a hologram.
His head wasn't as big as the cartoon's head. It's all fucked up. No, but yeah. So, do you think, besides that last part of this show, they're gonna show any of the what's on the other side of that warp beam that they did? Or is it all gonna be the World Between Worlds?
I think we're gonna get 2 episodes on the other side of that warp, but not Thrawn until the movie.
Until the movie.
Yeah. Because you need a big bad for the movie. And who else would you fucking like? If all these shows are supposed to tie into the movie, who's the biggest Thanos right now? Thrawn. You would need to call in Mando and Bo-Katan and Grogu and Luke and whoever the fuck out. Maybe even Cal Kestis from the fucking video games. Maybe you bring his ass in there too. To take this motherfucker out. And to think, this is why I think Merock being a Night Sister thing is so important. What's the one thing we haven't seen in Star Wars?
Anything other than, well, we haven't seen magic, but
Till the Night Sisters, yeah.
Yeah.
But the one thing we haven't seen is a group of Jedi versus a group of Sith. Why?
yeah,
Because
the
of
war.
rule of two. How do you get around the rule of two? I don't have
Go back
Sith.
into
I have Balin and Shin Hati and a bunch of fucking dead guys with lightsabers that I rose up. So now your lightsabers versus our lightsabers. Battle.
yeah.
All possible now because we've seen her raise Merrick. She could do it again.
And there's got to be a lot of Force users that aren't Jedi or Sith. You know, remember, they only chose the ones with the greatest connection to the Force. There are a lot of Force users out there that wouldn't fit the Jedi Order.
But not to
Or-
mention, the Jedi have been dead for how many years now?
What up, Bear Central?
That's
Yo,
the whole point of Fallen Order. At the end of Fallen Order, he had the fucking thing that had all the Force sensitive children, and he went to go find.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we got new Force users that we don't even know about who haven't been found by either Cal or Luke yet.
And Luke also started his own temple. His first student was Grogu, and then he had all those students with Kylo Ren, and then you have the House of Ren, which are they're shadow sensitive, which is another form of the Force that you're not either light or dark. You're shadow sensitive. I did a deep dive into this shit. You know, where like you're like Ren, and that's why his shit was orange and all that other stuff. And that's where you get the Knights of Ren from the movie. But it's like, you know, there's shadow sensitive people, and it's like it's a whole fucking thing that you can do here because like we said, they killed all the Jedi. They didn't kill all the Force users.
Taquan, you are Shadow.
Yeah. Well, let's keep it funky. Daquan, the black man that you kidnapped to take that picture is shadow sensitive. You as a white woman cannot be shadow anything. I guarantee you it's a white woman. From Texas. I don't give a shit what you say, you're from Texas.
Oh shit.
But yeah, there's so much shit you can do, and it's true that war that they're talking about. And this is all before, this is after episode 6, right?
Yeah.
But before 7, 8, and 9.
Yes.
So now
This is after the fall of the Empire, roughly around the start of the New Republic, towards now where I think we're in the middle.
First Order?
We're in the middle end. If we're going directly to the sequel. I mean, Dave Filoni could pull some crazy shit and take us into a new direction where, because of the World Between Worlds, everything still happened. So the sequels all happen, but now our new trajectory goes, what do you call it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, this way.
So what you say? So what you're saying is, the World Between Worlds, Anakin is on some Ashoka. I'm here because I need you to do me a favor. Go to Tatooine and get my fucking lightsaber. Get my fucking lightsaber that this bitch buried. No one told her to bury my shit. I'm stuck here. I want my lightsaber. I'm killing Thrawn. That's what it's all about. Because she buried the fucking lightsaber. And you know what? You know why that lightsaber is so important? Because she buried it so deep that when it gets to fucking Darth Maul, he's gonna feel it and get force shocked, and force CPR is gonna hit him, and boom, he's coming back to life.
That's something I don't want. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing Ray Stevenson in like one of the World Between World doors, him coming back, and maybe that's what we get to see, live action Ahsoka versus Darth Maul. Just look at and go, have Anakin turn around and be like, "Hey, I saw you kick his ass. Fucking good job." Like,
Yeah, right. But yo, it's crazy. It's crazy the fan theories that these fucking. I did not hear "Hello Snips"
he
because
clearly did say it. I've seen it
no,
18 times now.
I in the beginning I didn't hear it.
All right.
The second time I didn't hear it. I rewound it and blasted the fucking the sound up, and then I heard, "Hey Snips." I was like, "Oh, you gotta be a fucking CNI dog to hear this shit." Like what? Like are you like people are watching this shit with the closed captions on because I didn't hear anything in the beginning. I just saw him. Who's your favorite Star Wars character if you have one?
Yo, the one guy who hasn't been able to fucking come back. Qui-Gon motherfucking Jinn. The only guy in the Star Wars universe to ever die from a stab.
I don't have a favorite, but I do like Mando and I do like the Tommy Yen's character. I'm one with the Force and the Force is with me. That shit. Yeah, I like that. I don't know. I like him.
Yeah. I was gonna say mine was Mando and Anakin, honestly. But.
Yeah. I ordered a pizza an hour ago. I ordered a pizza an hour ago. Take your ass to town. Yo, for real. I mean, I think Anakin's strong enough to force choke anybody that's on the other end of that fucking line.
Let me get my pizza, bitch.
Yo,
yeah, for real.
Today's day and age, you better watch out who he force chokes. They might like that shit.
Yeah, but then again, they'll like it, but then they'll still fucking call the cops.
You remember 2 shows ago, 1 to 2 shows ago, I was having a difficult time remembering fucking names.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you see this?
Elon Musk?
No.
That looked like Elon. What?
That's Donnie Yen.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see that.
It's not focused. There you go.
Oh,
now
there we go.
Oh, it's in Japanese though.
What the fuck is his name?
Carlin, it's in mirrored mode.
It's mirrored, so I can't.
It's in Japanese to us.
Yeah, it's like.
Hold on. Let me.
There you go. Let's see now. Oh, let it focus. Hold on.
Let it focus.
Let it focus. Shurat Inwi?
Yeah. Shurat Imwi.
Inwi.
Yeah. Can I buy a vowel?
It's like Inwi, Anwi, we.
Word. What this man's name couldn't be Justin?
Yo, but there's only one person with a simple name, and that's Morgan, and she just so happens to be a fucking
that was
witch.
the name that fucking we could have remembered fucking 2 weeks. Morgan out of all fucking names. Meanwhile, we get Shurat Inwi.
Shit. But I don't like doing the pie in the sky theories for the world for the Star Wars shit, because like I said, it literally, you saw in the background how the background was black, and everything else was a different color, so you can see it. Darth Maul's brother's coming in next episode. It's guaranteed. That just proves it. Because Darth Maul's brother was a different color than Darth Maul, so them having different colors to distinguish what it is instead of a black background shows that Darth Maul's brother's coming back. And I don't want to hear shit about it, because that's what the theorists fucking say.
I'm gonna bring in the why Toad's saying that right now, because I think we were watching it after last week's episode. There was a breakdown or an Easter egg thing. They broke down why they used the code name Fulcrum. And they gave you the history as to it was Anakin's code name when he was with the 51st with Captain Rex and other boys in the Clone Wars, and then Ahsoka took it, and in Rebels Ahsoka used it because of her connection with Anakin. They explained all that, and then had the fucking audacity to say that when they said Fulcrum in the beginning of that episode, that was the trigger word to know that Anakin was going to show up in the World Between Worlds at the end of the episode. And I went, bullshit, sir. Because in episode 1, they said fucking fulcrum, and Anakin was nowhere near.
Yeah, yeah. And it's oh, they look. I don't know about you, but I don't watch the credits. But they found out the guy who voiced Star Killer did a voice over for one of the characters, and then they did the whole thing, and they said, "Oh, if you look at the suit had like sun damage for 15 years." And Darth Vader at this time would have been dead for 15 years, and he had a secret apprentice 15 years before that, and they made him a suit. And remember one time he took a piss, and that piss just so happened to go in the fucking toilet, and because of that shit, now Star Killer is this fucking black guy that's fighting Ahsoka Tano. And I'm sitting there like, that's beautiful, but Star Killer can literally pull a fucking planet to himself because he's so fucking strong. Why is he getting his ass kicked by Ahsoka?
Yeah. I'm gonna explain what would Sam Witwer.
Witty, I don't know.
No, it's not the dude from Transformers. Sam
Yeah.
Witwer. I'm
Yeah,
gonna explain what voice he did. Anybody knows the Clone Wars? He voiced the Son. He was also Darth Maul and Palpatine, but he voiced the Son as well. When Ahsoka first went into the fucking temple, when she was looking for the map and she had that Fifth Element moment,
yeah.
the voice that was talking to her, initially people thought it was Darth Maul. Now a prevailing theory is that was the Son.
Oh wait, in episode 1,
Yeah.
who
when
was
she
talking
was
to
with
her?
the Pullers.
Somebody was talking to her.
Yeah.
What'd they say?
I forgot exactly what they were saying, but they were whispering to her something.
Yeah, we gotta
Like
stop
she was
watching this
listening
shit
to
on
try
mute.
to find how to turn the stone. Dude, you're deaf.
No, I mean I can hear perfectly fine. This shit gotta be on. It gotta make noise.
You're
I
deaf.
got 20/20 hearing.
I know I heard it. I don't know exactly what the fuck he said, but I know I heard something.
Nah, tomorrow this shit gonna be on full blast. Fuck that.
Somebody's gonna miss something next week. Watch. We're gonna be like,
Yeah.
so you heard everything, right?
I'm gonna hear. All right, so he was the Son. Put on suntan lotion. Nah, I know.
That's the prevailing theory, man.
Okay. Well, it
So-
makes sense because she's in the world between worlds and they're connected with some people that do some shit.
Yo, but that leads credence then that it might be the Son in there just fucking with her mentally.
It could be. I feel like that would be an interesting way to fucking do the take of just all this be a ploy to fuck with her more. Because imagine the result of that fucking have her fight and then it's just him.
So there's something else that I don't want to take credit of because it's not my idea. I forgot who I saw say this, but somebody who was watching was saying now at the end of Rebels she was in white,
Yeah.
but at the start of this she's in gray. So there has to be. They were theorizing that it has to be a moment where she like Gandalf comes back in the look of the white, where she comes back in her white. What if this episode is that catalyst where she has to go through these trials? The Force put her through these trials where she put her up against the Son and Anakin, the person she walked away from, Vader, like the person she couldn't defeat, all that shit, so that when she comes back, we now get the full Ahsoka that we know and love. And we get this whole shit. Okay, now I can see why if Luke doesn't show up, she can now stop Thrawn and Balin and all the motherfuckers. Because she is now ascended to a different level.
Gotcha.
But again, that's not my theory.
Yeah.
It's a game theory. Which, by the way, you got to find a way to get somebody to sponsor the goddamn show. I want to do a sponsorship at least once before I walk away. Before I be like Cabs and Lay and walk away from this show.
Right? Shit.
Yo, this Cab say he was gonna be here too.
Yeah, he hit me up earlier saying he couldn't make it today. But
You got Agita.
Damn.
he's trying to follow the Lord.
Sam Witter. There you go. That's his name.
There you go.
I want to make sure I get his name correct.
It's all good. It's all good.
But shit, man.
Damn, Taquan, not Cabs. That's the homie. Shit.
Well, Taquan always some reason he started beef with Cabs.
Damn. He starts beef with everybody.
Word. Taquan ain't fucking around out here.
He can't start beef with me though, because he's a vegetarian.
Hey. But there you go.
But what was I getting at? Yes. The robot also. I forgot the one that one that makes the lightsabers. I forgot his fucking name. Shin?
No, we said it earlier in the fucking show. Starts with an H.
Hi. Shoot.
Damn, these fucking names, bro.
Yeah. No one knows what these fucking names are.
The fuck is the name? Hold on.
I'm looking it up right now. Fucking David Tennant. Who is David Tennant? Huyin.
Huyin.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Huyin deal with. Okay, so I like that robot because he don't fuck around, and it's almost like he's the wise man teaching them, and they're like the two sisters, like yeah, whatever you say, and then
Yo, he took over almost like a Yoda role.
yeah,
Like the no nonsense shit is coming from him now.
yeah. Fucking, it was funny because you hear, yeah, the past will be the past, but it don't matter. Just fucking do it. Move
That's
forward.
what it was. Huyin said it to Sabine.
Yeah. Yeah, that was in the past. Move forward. That was some shit. I like that. I like when fucking shit people say some meaningful shit. But
There you go.
so outside of the world between worlds,
Okay.
how does the team get to where they're going?
There's only one way I can think of.
The whales?
The Purgle. And now, this is something I had to be reminded of. But if you watch Tales of a Jedi, it was just the miniseries, the anime where it told the story of Ahsoka before she went to the temple, and Dooku before he turned to the dark side.
Okay, yeah.
Which, again, watch some of the best animated shit you'll ever see in your life. That fight between Dooku and Yaddle was fucking phenomenal. But
I gotta rewatch this shit.
In that, we see that Ahsoka had some ability through the Force to connect with and or control animals.
You said
so
Ahsoka.
She gets out of the world between worlds. She can essentially, and especially if she comes back even more powerful, talk to one of the Purgle, talk to a few of the Purgle. The same way it transported Ezra and Thrawn to the new galaxy, they hitch a ride, and that's how they get there.
Didn't Ezra have that ability also?
I don't think not to control. I think he just was connected like a Disney princess, but not necessarily like control. Because he did make connections with the wolf and a couple of the other fucking creatures on Lothal, but Ahsoka legit like had the saber-tooth tiger take care of her and bring her back to the fucking village.
Yeah. All right, so it would be that
That's
because they don't have anything powerful enough to go. Now, what I'm hearing is that they have the hyperdrive tunnels because of these things, and that because they haven't explored them or they were so long that some of them are broken, and that you would need somebody with a force sensitive that's either force sensitive or with the force to be able to navigate through them, and that's why you would need the Ren people because they navigate through that shit like nothing, and that's how we get the fucking Knights of Ren in this show.
for right now. Fuck the Knights of Ren.
To be honest with you, it makes more sense for them to use the fucking whales because why show them?
Yeah. To be for right now, for anybody who liked the sequel trilogy, for right now, we before then.
Yeah, it didn't happen
So
yet.
let's put all that shit. Let's put all that shit on one side and a box to the left.
You gotta be motherfucking Jack Cousteau.
Yeah, let's put that over there. Let's get through the story we're telling, and we'll catch back up to y'all in a second.
Word.
What do you kids say nowadays? Let him cook.
Exactly.
Let him cook. You do the cleaning over there with the sequels.
Word.
We'll catch up eventually.
I think that's what it is. A lot of times they want to skip over, like, wait, so this could just happen now, right? It's like, no. Hold on. We'll get there in a second. Let this work. We'll be right
Be
there.
like Han and Wonder Woman. Don't you gotta go to Tokyo Drift? We'll get there. Don't be in such a rush to watch me die at the hands of Jason Statham.
Right? Shit.
But then survive somehow. It's like it's gonna happen. It's all good. They ain't gonna be on top of a tank for no damn reason.
Word.
Or submarine. Sorry, submarine.
Yo, I'm willing to bet nobody dies in Fast and the Furious films. But if you put motherfucking Qui-Gon Jinn in a Fast and the Furious movie, that motherfucker be the first one to die and stay dead.
Well,
It's gonna be by race. It's gonna be by car race.
Well, it depends if The Rock is gonna be in part 3 of the last movie. Because if The Rock isn't in the last movie, then John Cena's coming back. But if he is, then John Cena's dead.
I still don't think Cena's dead.
I don't think so either.
Bro, they did not show a body and they did not show the car blow up.
That's the rules now.
Fun.
Yeah, that's the rules now, apparently. You can blow up bombs next to your car and the car's fine, but if we don't see a body or a funeral, it didn't happen. Vincent's still alive.
Not even a funeral. Because Letty got a funeral and she was still alive.
I was about to say.
The only person that is fucking died is Vince. Because
because we don't see a body. Yeah, but
no,
Vince is back.
We saw Vince's body, so he's dead.
He's back. They gave him a fucking the woman that's been hunting Toretto.
Yeah,
she gave him a new heart, and he's half machine now. They gave him the shit that they gave fucking the first black fucking 007 we wanted.
Idris Elba.
Yeah,
they gave him the Idris Elba shit from Hobbs and Job.
And that's how Vince is gonna come back.
Yeah, and that's how Vince is gonna come back as a cyborg. He's gonna be the guy that the Samoan,
Jason Momoa,
the Joker, Jason Momoa brings back to help.
I was gonna say, don't look at me. I don't watch these films.
But so the only person that stayed dead was the kid from the first one, the tech geek.
Yeah.
He's the only one that's died and has never come back.
He's there. He's the eye.
He's God's eye.
He's God's eye.
We just in live action, real time. We just saw Toad try to call for the hot tag.
Yep, he was like.
He tried to call for the hot tag, and we got pulled off the apron.
Because I was like, "Wait, where is he going with this?" It's like, come on.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. For a
One,
split
I'm
second, I forgot what the fuck we were even talking about. I was
No,
like,
yeah,
I
we
don't
went
know
into
what-
Fast and the Furious. Like,
I'm having trouble because my acid reflex is acting up again,
shit.
and it's hard for me to talk and breathe at the same time right now. So I'm like burping and doing this shit.
No, yeah,
Two, I can't remember names to save my fucking life. So
it's all
eat a
good.
dick.
It's all
Come on.
good.
Yo, see, here's the thing. Here's the funny thing. I'm bad with names too,
Yeah,
but I have a legit reason. In the military, you only ever say sir or ma'am.
that makes sense.
And if I really need to know your name, it's printed on your goddamn shirt. Like,
Yeah. See, I got the excuse for the wrestling. This is why we just say brother. Because sometimes you don't remember people's names. So just like, hey, what's up, brother? How's it going? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Even to a girl, sometimes you might just be like, hey, what's up, brother?
yeah,
It's like I'll figure out your name eventually.
you gotta watch out who you mischaracterize as brother nowadays.
It's just no, but see, in the wrestling term, we're not saying it by gender. It's just it's hey, we're going by Good Burger reference. Cause I'm a dude, she's a dude,
he's a dude.
we're all
We're
dudes.
Hey.
Oh man. Taquan facts. When the Space Wizards make more sense than fucking a movie that was just supposed to be about street racing. That we gave up street racing in the fourth one. That tells you something.
Dude, somebody went, hey, let's make Point Break, but with cars instead of surfing.
Don't say that because this fucking friend of mine is still killing me because I'm a fan of the series. And she tries to find a reason to hate him after the fifth one. And the other day she found there was a TikTok someone made that basically compared how they stole Point Break, basically. And now she wants to kill me because she's a fucking Canal Reeves fan. So she's like, no, you guys took this whole fucking movie. I'm like, it's a different movie.
It's not. A special agent, a rookie special agent gets ingratiated with a group of thieves who's led by a charismatic fucking dude. They wind up falling in love and having a fucking relationship. Then he skips the law to help out the fucking bad guy. It's Point Break.
But they had cars and they had family.
And Patrick Swayze had surfing.
Yeah,
And Gary
no
Busey
family.
was in there before he hit and ran on some lady.
Yeah,
But
no
Point
family.
Break was pretty much a presidential documentary because they were presidents.
Well, Point Break was good. That's the main difference.
So was the Fast and the Furious.
Yes, Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift was excellent.
Out of all the fucking Fast and the
Yeah,
Furious,
he gets the one movie that doesn't have any real actors in it.
Wait, not real actors. It's just it wasn't a.
Hey,
I want your life. You see how they've delegated? I want your life. I don't want your life. To fucking now he makes rockets. The dumbest motherfucker that you could read the brochure and couldn't drift now makes rockets. Okay.
Oh man.
And yo, you take that shit back to Quan.
Yo, this is how much I'm not.
The Rock is a real actor.
Movie
Really is.
my favorite movie.
He acted like John Cena can beat him.
My favorite movies in the Fast franchise is Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. Now supplanted by Hobbs and Shaw.
So it's basically all
anything of my favorite.
Oh, your favorite. Well, at least Tokyo Drift has racing.
Yeah.
So there's that. It still has racing in it. It's just now you have to learn how to drift.
Has the rock bottom.
Yeah, somehow The Rock got to hit a fucking rock bottom and Roman got to hit a spear.
And any movie where you get the great comedic, legends of Ryan Reynolds and Kevin Hart, you can't go wrong.
Hey, we're still getting that sequel eventually, so.
Oh, once the writers come back.
No.
Because right now, we're not getting anything out of Hollywood.
Yeah, they're canceling everything. They just fucking canceled. Bad Bunny couldn't have anything, huh? We couldn't get this one fucking thing. They were like, nah. El Muerto is done.
Well, remember, it's Bad Bunny.
We couldn't get we were so close. We're so close.
It's Bad Bunny.
I know. Bad Bunny
There you go.
is out of Marvel now. So,
Well,
I mean,
Cap
bro,
didn't
he's
want
out
him
of
in it.
Sony. He wasn't in Marvel.
oh yeah.
Cap didn't want him in Marvel to begin with.
Well, he's gonna be a Sony, so like Cap just said.
No, I don't want Sony in Marvel. Stop making all these garbage ass fucking Sony movies with Marvel characters that we could put to use in actual Marvel movies. We could fucking use Venom.
Yeah, but what about Carnage?
Can we get a good Venom first, and then we'll go to.
I mean, it should work that way, right?
Yeah, but you know what's scaring me now is that used to be the case. It used to be where you would, you know, like, yo, give it to Marvel. We know what the fuck we're doing. Now, who knows?
No.
Who knows what the fuck is happening?
It's racist.
Not racism. It's a thing of what do you call it? Too much of a good thing. We have now gone full circle where it started here, it had an incline, now it's gone all the way back around, and we're on the downslope until it hits that one pivotal moment and goes back up again. Right around the time where they figure out if they can even write a Blade movie. Because apparently it's impossible to do a Blade movie. Wesley Snipes and the TV show, what they did was impossible to replicate. Like the hydrogen collider trying to replicate the Big Bang. Can't do it.
Yeah. That's how we got the Flash, though.
Yeah.
Going to the series.
Which, by the way, we finally saw it on HBO Max.
Yeah. We saw the Running Man.
No. The Running Man is one of the best movies Arnold's ever done. Don't lump that shit together.
We saw the what is it? City Labs? Sky City?
Star Labs?
Yeah, we saw the Back to No Future. That's what that movie's called. The Back to No Future. And you know, not for nothing, I will say this. Despite all my problems with Ezra Miller, that movie was garbage. Straight up fucking trash. Every inch of it. Every reel of it. Every spin of the dial. Garbage. Every word. Every light. Every camera angle. Every fucking second that they made in post-production was garbage. If they had one movie to argue why they should not pay writers and digital people the money that they want, this is the one that wins the case. This is the movie that wins them the case, and this is why writers will never get money. Because of the Back to the No Future.
This was the one?
This is the one. She-Hulk, you still had there was something there. You could have said something. You could have been like, wait a minute, he's palming it. It's underneath his jacket. You know, boom. This one, sleeves are up. There's nothing underneath the sleeves.
Yo, what's up, Big Foo?
Yo,
Straight up fucking unlitigated garbage.
What's hilarious to me is out of all the things that happened in that movie, I want to know why this man thinks that putting the can of tomatoes on the top shelf constitute I reset the timeline the way it was. You fundamentally did not, because that did not happen the first time around. So how are you so like, what the fuck? How is George Clooney Batman again? You clearly switched shit again.
Because there was nothing in that movie to teach him that if you fuck with time, time tends to fuck with you. So you have to put everything back the way it was.
Yep.
My man said, it's okay, my mother dies, but as long as my father ain't in jail, we fine. For that, stay with your mom alive. Stay with your mama gave you. Like, the fuck? And then the other Flash, I'm going to keep going back in time until this motherfucker stops killing him. Well, I mean, you going to have to read the room, player. You
Yeah.
gonna have to read the fucking room.
Yeah.
My favorite part of that movie was actually getting to see that scene with Nicolas Cage as Superman
Yeah.
and looking at how even his 3D representation was disappointed he was in the film.
Yo, the CGI in that scene was just what are we doing?
Yeah.
Why? What are we doing?
Yo, you know what happened is somebody was like, yo, this is getting over budget. We have to do reshoots because we keep getting pushed back. All these movies, all the shit we had planned to tie in all these movies are no longer canon. What do we got? And somebody went, where the fuck is Johnson at? And like, oh, Johnson's in the back playing his PlayStation 4. And they went back there and saw all the DC games they have for PlayStation 4 and was like, I got it. We're going to use these assets right now.
Yo, and there was no Flash from the TV show in there.
No, the guy who was playing Jay Garrick, well, I think he was the one.
No, I thought, yeah, the original shit. But I'm like, I'm
you
thinking
mean the one from like
CW
the
fucking
CW? No.
Yeah, he had the common sense.
Yeah, he clearly said he wasn't going to be a part of this. Like, no, he's good. He was done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
good.
I mean, Andrew Garfield also said he wasn't in Spider-Man, and
Well, no, he legit said he was done with playing. Like, Andrew Garfield just kept saying he wasn't in it. He never said he wouldn't play. Like, Andrew was just like, no, it's done. Come on, man. The money.
Shit. Nah, but fuck that, man. That movie was garbage. I would rather watch fucking She-Hulk again than that shit. You know, to be honest with you, Batman v Superman, Justice League, this fucking movie, Wonder Woman 1948, and it was 1984?
84.
1984, yeah.
It don't matter. It looked like it was from 1948. And Black Adam. Even though I initially liked Black Adam, but fuck it. Throw them in a box and throw that shit in the middle of the ocean. You gotta be motherfucking Jack Cousteau. Blue Beetle is my DC movie. You want to vote for president? Blue Beetle. That is my DC movie. Started with him. He's the new Flash. I don't want to see another fucking Flash.
Just give us more Zolo Maridueña. That's it.
That's it. You could give me Zoro Maricon. I don't care. Just get the Flash out of here.
And on that note,
so wait, we had a question for Cap, the moral question.
okay, what's the question?
No, so I went down I fell down a rabbit hole of shit that I am not smart enough to fucking comprehend.
Okay.
Because I have this thing in movies where they do it in like The Last of Us, where Joel is like, fuck everybody else. I'm going to take Ellie away. Fuck what we were trying to do.
Oh, yeah, the finale. Yeah.
Yeah, and here, Sabine, if anything happens, we got to destroy the map. We can't let anybody get the throne. Can I trust you? Do you even have to ask? And when we get to that moment, no fucking gunshot. Give the goddamn thing to the bad guys. Which I have a theory on why that all makes sense. But my rant initially is, why the fuck do you not just shoot the goddamn map? He winds up destroying it anyway. Like, why is the one person more important than preventing harm to every other motherfucker? So I went looking for why that trope seems to happen.
Yeah.
And fell down the rabbit hole of something called the trolley problem. And the trolley problem preface, you're on a fucking train, you're heading down the track, there's 5 people on the track. If you don't do anything, they all die. The only thing you can do, switch the track. But if you switch the track, one person dies. What the fuck do you do? And I dove down that rabbit hole, and it turns out that that argument was actually made by, and I got the name here. Let me bring this up. Judith Jarvis Thompson in the 70s. She actually made this problem in response to something else, but to prove how ridiculous this scenario is to begin with. Most philosophers have a problem with it because nobody's ever going to be put in this situation. Like, it's obscene to think that out of all the situations in life, you're going to be the one who has to make the ethical decision on which way we go. So there's a whole set of problems with that.
But I feel like it goes deeper into that because you go into now the emotional tie into it. Because it's always that. It's more of,
well, yeah, that's what I was getting to the actual show. Because I had I watched a whole bunch of shit. I learned a whole bunch of things about the trolley problem specifically.
Yeah.
And as I'm watching, I'm going, this is fascinating. I'm not smart enough to comment on this shit. And I don't think what I'm learning about right now has any prudence to what the fuck we talk about on a goddamn comic book podcast.
Yeah.
So, despite my problems with it, there's one clear answer that I had that I can foresee.
Kill everyone on the train.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even talking about that because the author of it herself actually, when it started picking up steam, she actually turned around and added a third option. And the third option is you turn the instead of being on the track, you're standing next to the track. And the third option is to reverse the train and head it to yourself. And she said, if you're not willing to put yourself in that situation, you don't have the right to put anybody else in that situation. But back to Ashoka.
You know, yeah, and then I'll say something about that afterwards. Or should I say something about that now?
Say it now. Say it now.
My thing is this. If you're going down the track and 5 people are going to die, you can switch lanes and one person dies. What's these people doing on the track? Are they tied to the track? Are they doing it? Like, my thing is, because here's the thing. You destroy the map so no one can get to Ezra because of the greater deal, or you give them the map and try to get to Ezra. But who's to say Ezra ain't controlling shit or he ain't killed Thrawn already? You know what I'm saying? Like, the people on the track have the option to move too. In this scenario, it's not like, well, the people on the track are super glued and they can't go nowhere.
That's the inherent problem with it. That's why nobody who's actually in the field of ethics and philosophy don't like the premise to begin with.
Yeah.
Because even the director herself turned around and was like, well, just aim it at the one person. There might be a chance that he just jumps out the way.
Yeah.
But then it's like it goes into the question of probability. Because it's like the fucking Julius Caesar thing, what they did on the mines. Like, you didn't have to do it. Could have just been like, ba, 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 and there's a chance.
Yeah.
It's the, you kind of can't question what could possibly happen next. It's just A, B, you can't get a C.
Yeah.
Again, the whole premise of what the research I did, the premise is wrong. But going back to the show,
yeah.
What's the one thing Jedis can do? There's not the droid you're looking for.
Yep.
What's the one things the Siths are great at?
Reading
Seduction.
Mm-hmm.
Not in a sexual way, but to seduce somebody over to the dark side.
Yeah.
He read Balin, connected with Sabine, and got the name Ezra. Knew what that connection was. So what am I gonna do? A little bit of a Jedi mind trick, a little bit of seduction. You want him? I know where he is. I'm going to where he is. I'll just bring you to him. Your master's the one who didn't want you there. I'll take you there. I'll make sure nobody fucking hurts you, and I'll keep my word better than she did. Little, like I said, a little bit of mind trick, a little bit of seduction. Here's the orb. And in that moment, with Sabine assuming that Ahsoka's dead, she has no more ties to anybody because she didn't think Hera was there. She didn't know Hera was there until she already got on the ship and it was already fucking destroyed and we're already done.
Yeah.
So that's how I can rationalize it making sense for the show.
Yeah.
I just did a deep dive because I absolutely the two things I hate in movies, and it both happened in Star Wars, is I mean it happened in other shit too, but Sabine sitting there. Here's the clear answer. The clear answer is destroy the map. She couldn't do it because of one fucking dude. After giving her word that she would.
Yeah.
Then Ezra luckily fucking fought out of it, but there's an episode or two where Ezra is, I think this is before he goes into the War Between Worlds. He's trapped at some sort of space where it's messing with his mental, messing with his mind, and it's projecting his parents.
Is that when he connected with Darth Maul to
I
find a way
think that
to end
was
the
after.
Sith? Oh,
But he connected. It showed him his parents, and it told him to stay here. And here's your mom and dad that you never knew, and all this shit. And I'm like, I hate that when you're like, that they're already gone. Then they show up again mysteriously, and you have that struggle, like, oh, but is it them? And it's like, my man, what the fuck are we doing? Like the Flash, to bring it back to comics and shit. Flashpoint. Trust me, I 100% get why, if you've lost your mom, you would want to go back and see her again. I get it. But what I tell you, Toe, when he went back, the woman who was there has memories with a different person that's not you.
yeah.
So that is not your mom.
Yeah.
That's not the person you went back for. She doesn't know who you are. So it's a mute fucking point. That's why I went into this, like, trying to figure out why the fuck they keep writing this shits in here. I didn't get the answer I was looking for. Because it's a whole bunch of other, I'm telling you, it goes fucking deep with some other shit. But to rationalize it, that's what I think happened. A little bit of Jedi mind trick, a little bit of dark side seduction.
Yeah.
If so
Also,
facto, they got what they needed and dipped the fuck out.
also, my I part time as a crime scene investigator, and if the only proof that you have of your father going to the store and buying something back in the 90s was a video of him at the store, then you're a shitty shopper, because where's the receipt in the bag with the can of fucking corn that you just fucking got?
To be fair, how many times do you walk out of a store and they're like, you want the receipt? And you're like, nah, I don't need it.
I get the receipt all the time. They don't ask me, they just give it to me.
Oh,
And I put it in the bag.
I turn down receipts all the time.
Yeah, but this is his father. His father's a fucking genius. He put it in the fucking bag. This just goes to show you that because the mother was fucking Spanish, they didn't do their fucking job, and they arrested the father. Racism. Thanks, DC. Not only did you make a shitty movie, but now you're fucking racist.
Okay.
Yo, I want to ask anybody else. Go back to when you were 18 years old. Were you really that fucking annoying?
I wasn't.
I would have not found myself that annoying at 18. Like
he looked like he was more 16 or 15 baby.
And had a laugh that what the fuck was that laugh? Like,
yeah. All right, one more Ahsoka thing, and then we'll finish it off. The guy. We're all surmising he's a former Jedi, but is he a guardian of the temple, or is like what? Are we no longer doing Siths? Because as of right now, there is no Darth Vader, there is no Palpatine.
So and this is an assumption based off of what I've seen and what I've heard other people say. How do you bring balance to the Force? Well, there was Jedi and there were Sith. There was a ton of Jedi and only 2 Sith, blah, blah, blah. Well, if you get rid of the only 2 Siths, that leaves you with a whole bunch of Jedi. That's not balance. What's balance? Right now, we have Ahsoka, not a Jedi, technically. We have Luke, who, not a Jedi, technically. You have Balin and Shin Hati, not Sith, technically. So we just have dark side users and light side users right now.
Yeah.
That makes the most sense to me.
Yeah, it's like we said, it's still the definition part again, like we said a few weeks ago. That it's all in a technicality, almost.
Because let's keep it. What do you say, Toe? Let's keep it funky.
Yeah.
Let's keep it funky. If you don't want to accept Rey for being a fucking Jedi master because she had little to no training, then you can't accept Luke. Because Luke had probably even less training.
He trained for 3 days.
Yeah. He trained for 3 days and then showed up in black and was force choking the shit out of everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real.
Even funky. But isn't Rey a Skywalker? She's not a Jedi. She's a Skywalker now. The Skywalker is the religion.
Well, everybody knows, right? Because it happened with Luke too, right? Everybody knows in Star Wars that when your parents are killed, right, you take the name of the first space wizard that comes up and shows you the Force. That's why Luke's name is Luke Kenobi. I don't know why the fuck they chose that shit. It made no sense. Leia had more of a connection with Finn based on what the fuck the movie said. Whatever. Like I said, for right now, you guys are over there. Have fun being the part, but we're not the part that we're at right now.
You think we're gonna see more different color lightsabers now?
I mean, how many more can you really get?
Well, I mean, we got. I'm gonna bring it up. We got what? Yellow with Rey. We got orange with these guys. We had purple with Qui-Gon Jinn. We got white. Qui-Gon Jinn gave Mace Windu the fucking purple. We've all seen it. All right.
Not true, but all right.
We got white with Ahsoka. We got blue with Anakin. We got green with Luke.
We got red.
Technically, we got red with the Sith, but there's different shades of blue.
Yeah, I mean the canon or not canon, the legend book is cool, but I think that's a little too fucking pedantic now. That's getting into different shades is gonna be a little bit ridiculous. Because if you want to get into it, technically Leia's was a lighter blue than Luke's.
Yeah, then we go into so that means the purity and all that, and then yeah.
Because from what I heard, wasn't it the colors used to like before the Order 66 or some shit like that? The color used to match your how you were.
It matched your from as far as I know, and I don't know if they changed it, but the color matched your connection with the Force. If you were blue, you were what do you call it? You didn't have that strong of a connection with the Force.
Okay.
You could still wield it, but you weren't a strong Force user. You preferred more to use the lightsaber and fighting tactics. If you were green, you were close to the Force and preferred to use more Force power than lightsaber combat. If you were purple, you were Force sensitive, but you were a little bit closer to the dark side. If you were red, you were full dark side. If you were yellow, you're a temple guard, because yellow kyber crystals and yellow lightsabers didn't exist really, and they had to be passed down to you. So those are not your main lightsabers. Those are the lightsabers you use while you were on duty. What was the other color? Orange is something that's relatively new.
So I heard that, I think in the game or in one of the books, is if you try to bleed a yellow saber, you get orange.
Yeah, that's why they're saying that this dude might have been a temple guard, because his shit is orange and not red. And if you're bleeding it a little, it's had to start at yellow.
Yeah. What other colors? But white is pure, is a purified.
Yeah, white is when you purify a formerly red crystal. That's what Ahsoka did. She beat the shit out of an Inquisitor and took both of his fucking sabers.
Oh, I thought she did it to two of them.
Huh?
I thought she did it to two of them.
Well, so they, in the original version, she beat an Inquisitor who had two different sabers, and that's how she got her shit. Or she took the crystals from two different sabers where she beat the Inquisitor, purified them, and put them in her sabers.
Okay.
In Tales of a Jedi, the animated shit, she just beat the one dude and took his shit.
Okay.
Yeah, so it all depends on what the fuck they follow now.
All right. So, yo, we're gonna probably end this one early because we pretty much went through everything already. But last thoughts. What do you guys expect coming from tonight's episode?
I'm gonna be very quick and very concise. I'm expecting for me to tear up.
Okay.
That's the only real expectation I have. That's not pie in the sky. I'm expecting with who's we're starting off within the scenes. I'm expecting to tear up.
Okay.
Ray?
I won't say I'm gonna tear up, but I'll definitely say it's gonna be mixed emotions of just a ooh, and then it's gonna be a lot of feels, especially if it's more of we're getting a monologue instead of a fight. If we get the fight, then cool. But if we get more of a monologue, I might be there with Cap. Fucking. Oh, okay. But we're definitely gonna have a lot to fucking talk about next week.
Here's a question for you, Ray.
Okay.
If this episode is good, are you finally gonna go hug your kids?
Yes. If this episode puts all the emotion, I will find these kids and go hug them.
And we want pictures of this shit, Ray.
I'll go find my kids.
Don't do what you did with the Barbie shit and AI generator picture. Actually take a picture.
Yo, yeah, it doesn't happen if it's not on Instagram.
That's right. And I want you to take them to the Golden Corral. But so, all right. So my summation of this episode, I think it's gonna be something where it's gonna be good, but it's gonna be something we don't expect. Because of all the fan theories that's coming out, and everybody's wrong, and everybody's deep diving into all this other shit. We're basically watching these episodes based off of other people's expectations of lore that we can connect the dots to, forgetting the fact that they're trying to tell us a story. And most of this story isn't about Ahsoka Tano. It's about what's her Padawan's name? It's about Sabine finding Ezra and them finding Thrawn. All the other stuff is a little bit different. So I'm thinking more this is going to be a lesson for Ahsoka to teach her some shit, or to finally accept what she really is. Because Anakin never accepted who he really was until he found Luke and he threw Palpatine down the fucking drain pool, down that fucking hole in the ship. So I'm thinking this is gonna be cool and there's gonna have some shit in it, but a lot of the shit that people are putting together because they want this story that's not being told about Ahsoka to be told. But I think we're gonna get something where it's like it's more gonna be leading towards the story of the show and not the story of Ahsoka. But I still think it's gonna be crazy.
Okay. So it's more of we're actually gonna get what they meant instead of just people trying to find this guy at all.
Yeah, like we're not gonna look into a fucking portal and see Darth Maul fucking up Obi-Wan Kenobi and Luke fucking killing 25 fucking Ewoks and saving fucking Han Solo and shit. I don't think this is gonna be that fanfare shit that people like to say, where it's gonna be just a collage of all the shit that's happening. Like, oh, thank you. Like, you got fucking Han Solo fighting with Kira, taking on the Night Sisters and Darth Maul, or you got fucking what's the guy who Han Solo won the
Landau.
Like you got Landau now becoming a fucking rebel leader now all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? I don't think all of that shit's gonna happen.
Okay, so no multiverse type shit in a sense.
Yeah,
Got you.
At most, probably he's gonna take her on this journey and she's gonna find her way to Ezra or to Sabine. Let's say Sabine, because I don't think she's looking for Ezra. She's looking for Sabine. I can't remember my own fucking name. Fuck all these people's names. I remember asses, the way people walk, and faces. That's it.
And not in that order.
And that's right. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's been tune in next week for some real shit.
Yeah, next week's gonna be crazy.
Episode 5, Mortal Kombat review. Even though I'm hoping I'm not gonna finish it all on the weekend because I want to prolong it.
I feel like I might, because I know Thursday I'm gonna fucking get into it like crazy. Yeah, so it's gonna
all the way up until our podcast.
Yeah, because we gotta. This is where Toad's gonna be calling me like, nah. I know what you're doing. No excuses.
Yeah.
Get off the fucking game.
Take Liu Kang off your show and get the fuck over here. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it is your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads signing out. Peace, everybody. May the force be with you.
And also with you.